मत खाना और जल्दी आ जाना।
लव यू।
मम्मी जी जल्दी आना।
बाय
बाय।
मम्मी जी
इतने जल्दी वापस आ गए। बेटा जरा सामान ले लो।
Not everything that comes back is awesome.
ना ना How do I look, दीदू? सुंदर और नॉट?
सुंदर, बहुत सुंदर बेटा।
Yes, Phil. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'll see you in office Monday after next.
उफ, आज भी नहीं छोड़ेंगे।
Speak later.
रोशन ये रात है तुझसे, तू ये सच गया जहां फिर से, अपनी ही रोशनी में ऐसे तू जगमगाए।
तुम बहुत खूबसूरत लग रही हो अर्पिता एंडरसन।
Mrs. Arpita Sen Anderson.
नमस्ते दीवा टॉक शो। एक पहल, एक वार्ता, an initiative, a conversation that explores all possible reasons to delve into the making of a beautiful personality. आज जिस हस्ती, जिस मेहमान, जिस गेस्ट से हम आपको मिलवा रहे हैं, उनका जन्म एक बहुत ही प्रतिष्ठित परिवार में हुआ। जन्म से लेके आज तक she has earned a name for herself, her family, and the country. She is none other than a lawyer, dancer, actor, very eminent personality, who I equate with diva, is Rashmi Vaidilingam. Rashmi, a very warm welcome to Diva Talks.
Thank you so much, Babita. Delighted to be on your show. And I
You
know
look-
that your
you
show always celebrates women and womanhood.
Yes, certainly. और आप बहुत खूबसूरत लग रही हैं. So very charismatic as always. And
Thank
you have an aura which exudes beauty inside out.
Thank you so much.
Rashmi, let me begin with a question which relates with our talk show, which is about the essence of beauty, beauty inside out. So what do you think beauty actually is?
Of course, the physical beauty is for everybody to see, but the inner beauty, I think that comes through when you are a positive person. You know, you do not look at things negatively. You look at people also positively. You see their behavior in a constructive manner rather than all the time criticizing or pulling down people. I think also allowing people to give their potential and show their potential and sort of encourage them to do so is, I think, what inner beauty is all about. And of course, to spread the message of love and affection, which is the universal scope of, the inner beauty definition.
So do you think that inner beauty is the most important aspect of a person rather than concentrating or delving more on the external?
In a manner of speaking, definitely yes. But sometimes, I mean, a lot of people get attracted first to the physical beauty, and then they might want to delve into your inner psyche and your inner beauty. So I think both go hand in hand. But eventually, if a person is a negative person, etc., then the outer beauty begins to pall on you, or to the person you are dealing with. But if you are definitely a positive person, a giving person, a person of giving nature, I think the inner beauty starts to shine, and that starts reflecting on your behavior, on your face, on your actions, etc. So I think that overtakes the physical part of it eventually.
Truly said and explained, Rashmi. Beauty inside out is very important. It is a combination of both. And what I feel is that you have to be your best in terms of external. And as far as internal is concerned, that's where you have to grow exponentially, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
Absolutely.
And that you have done so much. And from a little girl, and as I would like to say, कहना चाहूंगी मैं कि आप भी blessed थी एक बहुत ही अच्छे परिवार में, जिसके आपके parents ने आपके ऊपर, और आपके जो बहन है बहुत ही संस्कारी तरीके से आपका लालन पालन हुआ, क्योंकि वो स्वयं भी म्यूजिक ओरिएंटेड रहे और अपने शास्त्रों में और शास्त्रीय संगीत में, नृत्य में उनको बहुत रुचि थी, जैसा कि मुझे आपके बारे में मालूम है. Besides that, I would want you to share with viewers what is the role of parents, teachers, and the environment in helping a person become a beautiful person, to have a personality which is beauty inside out.
Babita, that's a very important question in these days and in these times. Parenting, I feel, is one of the most challenging tasks. So when you have a good foundation in your parents' house, that itself is your stepping stone to doing many things in life and achieving many things in life. And of course, I think more than just the parents, the teachers really are your role models. You always look up to somebody in your life which will actually be your teacher. I'm talking of the initial years of your growth. And so parents actually play a phenomenal role in understanding a child, understanding the psyche of the child, understand how to channelize a child's energies right from the beginning, what the child is good at, how do you propel the child onto that particular track, or how to deviate or give a different direction if you feel the child is not able to cope, whether it's studies or academics or sports, etc. So I think the parents have to, in the beginning, play an extremely, extremely important role to lay the foundation for a child's growth. So similarly, when we were growing up, my mother, who studied in Lahore, and she was one of those very avant-garde thinkers, and she also was very modern in her thought processes, despite being very traditional. I mean, she could, spout out her Sanskrit shlokas and do the havan in the house because we were Arya Samajis, and she could do it like the drop of the hat. And yet she had this great modern vision in her mind also. And she herself was a great musician. She played the violin, she sang, and she also could play the harmonium. So from the beginning, she insisted that both my sister and I get educated in the field of music, dance, and theater. And she ensured that there was never a time when we were not exposed to these creative arts in our life. And I do recall that she would not take no for an answer when I refused to go for my dance practice, which I started at the age of 6. And I would be given incentives ki acha chocolate milega, aaj ice cream milegi, agar aaj tum apni dance class chali jao. Then I would rebel because a child of 6 doesn't know what he or she wants, and you want to just play around with your friends. So, but she said, no, this is a class you have to attend. And so for about 3 years, this went on, this tussle and the tug of war between the parents and myself. And I said, nahi, mujhe bore ho gayi hu, maine nahi jana, etc. But she says, no, I'm sorry, this is some discipline that you have to do. And then by the age of 9 or 10, when I started giving small performances in school and started getting appreciation, that's when I said, oh my God, what I'm doing is really nice, because a lot of people are liking this, and coming and giving me accolades for it. So that's how the whole thing started. But I recall my parents. My mother was always a career woman. She retired as a professor from NCERT. Both were educationists. And every evening she would return at 5:30, and whatever concert was happening in the city, whether it was music, dance, or drama, she would take us there for that concert. And I think 5 times a week, we were either watching classical music, or we were watching theater in National School of Drama, or we were watching some of the classical divas of those times, like Yamini Krishnamurti, Sonal Mansingh, and the great Gurus Raja and Radha Reddy, and so on and so forth. So that's how my beginnings in a creative field had started, with the thrust that was really given by my mother and my parents.
दीवा टॉक्स में हमारा काम होता है कि हम एक्सट्रैक्ट करते रहें दीवा लाइक क्वालिटी। तो हमारी बिगनिंग्स शुरू हो गई हैं, जो कि रश्मि की मदर से स्टार्ट होती हैं, कि उन्होंने घर में ऐसा माहौल क्रिएट किया जिसमें कि रश्मि जो है वो एक कली, एक बीज था जो कली हुआ और वो पनपने लगा, फूलने फलने लगा, और जिसको अपनी संस्कृति से माँ ने भरसक प्रयास किया कि वो उससे जुड़ी रहें। और धीमे धीमे बच्चे, जो मैं बहुत सी मदर्स को सुनती हूँ कि वो कहते हैं कि बच्चों को इंटरेस्ट नहीं आता है, तो आपको नहीं पता इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है या नहीं आ रहा है, लेकिन आपको उनको वो एक्सपोजर देना है। यू हैव टू गिव देम द राइट काइंड ऑफ एक्सपोजर। पहले आपको खुद वो इंटरेस्ट जगाना पड़ेगा अपने अंदर, एंड दैट्स हाउ द चिल्ड्रन, व्हेन दे सी दैट व्हाट्स हैपनिंग अराउंड देम, दे ऑटोमेटिकली इम्बाइब, एंड दैट्स व्हाट हैपेंड इन रश्मि.
Truly, that is absolutely correct, Babita, because unless the parents understand and focus, on our own culture, which is so rich, how will they ever be able to teach a child? And all this thing about मेरे बच्चे ने कहा मैं बोल हो गया वगैरह और मैं अब आगे नहीं कर सकता, etc. मम्मी मुझे ये स्विमिंग छुड़वा दीजिए, म्यूजिक छुड़वा दीजिए, फलाना मुझे नहीं करना है. All that is bunker. A parent has to channelize a child's energies into the right direction. If the focus is on the arts, then you have to take it to that direction. If the focus is on sports, into that direction. But all through, we were told that our academics could never be neglected. And so they ensured that our academics were also going side by side. And I think that I give a great credit to my school, which is, I know, an old Modernite, which is the modern school, one of the greatest institutions which believed in the holistic and a well-rounded development personality of a child, where there was equal thrust on academics, on sports, and co-curricular activities, which started right from your KG school onwards. And there were very talented, very envisioned teachers who saw the talent of every child and propelled the child in that direction. So I feel both at home and in the school, we got the platform where we were, made to just move ahead and blossom in the fields that we so desired.
बहुत सुंदर रश्मि, और बड़ा मजा आ रहा है ये सुनने में कि आपके आसपास का जो माहौल था इतना खूबसूरत था, और इसी वजह से हमारी जो संस्कृति है, आप देश विदेश में उसकी महक जो है वो बिखेर रही हैं, उसकी खुशबू बिखेर रही हैं. लेकिन रश्मि, मैं यहाँ पर आपसे ये पूछना चाहूंगी कि आज का जो माहौल है, इन टुडेज टाइम्स, पेरेंट्स themselves aren't very much aware, many of them, and they don't have the know-how how to expose their children to the right kind of environment, and then they leave it to they just put their children based on their knowledge into a very good school which they consider is a good school, and that's it. But then the child is exposed to so many things in today's times, because हमारे समय में entertainment के टाइम पे समय के नाम पर दूरदर्शन था, जिसपे बड़े अच्छे कार्यक्रम आया करते थे और बड़ी अच्छी फिल्में बनती थी, और जो शास्त्रीय संगीत था उसकी पकड़ काफी मजबूत थी. लेकिन आज जो है सब कुछ ऐसा नहीं है. बहुत जोर पकड़ा है हमारे शास्त्रीय संगीत ने, नृत्य ने, सभी तरीके के जो क्रिएटिव आर्ट फॉर्म्स हैं, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ जो दूसरे एस्पेक्ट्स का बोलबाला हुआ है वो भी बहुत ज्यादा हुआ है. तो आप क्या बताएंगे उन पेरेंट्स को कि किस तरीके से वो अपने बच्चों को, कैसे वो खुद पहले तो इन चीजों में इंटरेस्ट जगाएं, And so some tip, if you can share how you have kind of molded your children.
Yes, my both children. Well, I have two. I have a daughter who's the older one and a son. My daughter is also a Kuchipudi dancer, plus she's a lawyer. My son is a theater artist and acts with me and is also a lawyer. So I'm ensured that they would have one passion in their lives other than their actual profession to, which would actually relieve that so-called boredom of, a day-to-day and a day in and day out profession. You need to have a stress buster. And I think if you're able to excel in any activity other than your profession, I mean, I'm not saying you neglect that at all, but you must have one more thing, whether it is singing or an instrumental music, or whether it's a dance, or whether it's painting as an art, or whether it's dramatics, you must develop it within your system. And of course, like I said, again, the parents, it's a great effort on the part of the parents to ensure that the children do that. And I think today's parents, what is happening, Babita, is that there is this great emphasis on Bollywood. I'm not saying Bollywood is bad or wrong or anything, but besides Bollywood, we have to actually teach the arts which are our beautiful heritage, whether it's folk art or whether it is, classical arts. And we need to show the people that we need to show the people and to expose these children in schools, etc., that first you learn the tradition of India and then you look westwards. There's nothing wrong with aping the Western society, but you must imbibe the best out of the Western society. Not the not something which is lowly or not so great about the Western society. And similarly, from the Indian ethos, you must pull out the best that is there to offer in terms of tradition and culture and so on and so forth. And then you do a mix and match, etc. But aajkal, I find that the parents are very lackadaisical about promoting the Indian arts, etc. For them, agar Bollywood ka aapne ek dance number kar diya, to bahut badi baat ho gayi, हाँ, और वो इसीलिए होता है क्योंकि थोड़ा सा नॉलेज शास्त्रीय संगीत या शास्त्रीय म्यूजिक वगैरह और क्लासिकल डांस की होनी चाहिए. और अगर नहीं है तो they just leave it to the school to do something with the children. So it becomes like a half-baked knowledge. Children lose interest. There is nothing really to propel them to take it forward. So I think we were working towards getting getting the theater and dance as part of the curriculum in schools. So once that gets inbuilt, then everybody will be taught a little bit of theater and a little bit of dance and a little bit of art, etc., which, will become part of your holistic development. And I think then you'll be able to appreciate these arts far more than constantly looking towards the West.
Very true. Or Rashmi, let me tell you that I am working for reviving our Bharatiya Parampara for the past 5 years in a very big way in all aspects of our life. For example, a very big project which I have undertaken is food, and I tell my the people I am associated with that it's not bad to follow a global cuisine or learn about different countries, but just strengthen your roots. So my brand is back to roots. और यही बात व्यूअर्स हम बात कर रहे हैं रश्मि से कि जो हमारे शास्त्रीय संगीत हैं वो हमारी वर्णमाला और अक्षरमाला की तरह हैं. ABCD सीखना बहुत अच्छी बात है जो कि हमको बार बार रिपीट कराई जाती है, लेकिन आज 99% लोग ऐसे मिलेंगे जिनको सही तरीके से ना वर्णमाला आती है और ना अक्षरमाला आती है. अगर उनको बोला जाए कि क ख ग घ सुनाओ तो बड़ी परेशानी होगी, क्योंकि मैं अपने ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स में जब बच्चों से बात करती हूँ who are real adults, young adults and adults, so they know ABCD. जिसने हिंदी मीडियम में भी पढ़ाई की है रश्मि, they can rattle off ABCD like anything. लेकिन क ख ग घ जब उनको बोलो तो उनको नहीं आता, लेकिन ये उनकी गलती नहीं है, ये हमारी गलती है. So we have to create the right kind of environment wherein our children learn the traditional aspect of our culture, which is very important and which is truly ingrained in our shastras, in our classical dance and music. And we are talking to Rashmi Vaidalingam who is our eminent personality on Diva Talks today. Those who joined right now, Parul Goyal, Pooja Kaushik, Manjulika Asthana, a very warm welcome to Diva Talks. और ये lawyer हैं, dancer हैं और actor हैं. तो आप सबने वो clipping शुरुआत में देखी. And let me tell the viewers कि रश्मि जो है भरतनाट्यम में इनको इनिशिएट किया गया था शुरुआत में जब ये छोटी थी. कुछ वर्ष भरतनाट्यम सीखने के बाद शिफ्ट हुआ कुचिपुड़ी में और कुचिपुड़ी डांस को लेकर ये देश विदेश भ्रमण कर चुकी हैं, बड़ा नाम कमाया है. शी इज अर्नड अ लॉट ऑफ अवार्ड्स फॉर हर कंट्री. But I would like Rashmi to answer us why this shift happened from Bharatanatyam to Kuchipudi, and how comfortable are you with this dance form, and what does a classical dance form or classical music does to you in terms of building a beautiful personality?
Babita, the shift from Bharatanatyam to Kuchipudi happened because my guru passed away. So I learned Bharatanatyam for 20 years. I started at the age of 6, and I was giving performances then in school as well as outside, etc. And then did my Arangetram, which is the first public debut for a dancer to start giving independent performances and solo performances in Bharatanatyam. But somewhere in the early 80s, my Bharatanatyam guru passed away. He was Guru T.R. Devanathan from Kalakshetra, Chennai. And I was at a bit of a loss. And in the meantime, immediately thereafter, I got married and I had my first baby immediately. So there was a sabbatical of 2 years where I was not pursuing either Bharatanatyam or doing anything else. And then I got married into a South Indian family. My father-in-law pushed me back into going back to dance. And he said, look, we are all lawyers. He retired as a judge of the Supreme Court, Justice C.A. Vaidilingam. My husband is a lawyer, eminent lawyer. I have a sister-in-law who's a lawyer. So there were 5 generations of legal luminaries behind me when I entered this family. But he said, look, law to hota rahega. But itna tumne iske liye mehnat kiya hai, itni sweat, itni toil ki hai, is art ko jo tum ab इसमें काफी तुम नाम कमा चुकी हो, इसको क्यों छोड़ना चाहती हो? तुम कुछ और करो, किसी और गुरु के पास जाओ या किसी भरतनाट्यम गुरु को देखो. सो उस समय दिल्ली में जब परफॉर्मिंग आर्टिस्ट ज्यादा थे और गुरुस कम हुआ करते थे, तो suddenly my husband, who knew Gurus Raja and Radha Reddy quite well, said, why don't you go and have a look at Kuchipudi? I mean, you might enjoy doing that. So I was a little hesitant. I said, okay, dekhte hain, acha jati hu, vagara vagara. However, we managed to go and see Guruji performing with Radhaji at a performance. And I was totally enthralled. I mean, I really enjoyed Kuchipudi. It has this little folk element to it, lovely music, lilting music, a very saucy Kamedar kind of dance. And I told my husband, this is it. I'm loving it. And now I don't even mind shifting from Bharatanatyam to Kuchipudi. So then I went to my gurus, and they're legendary, actually. They're very world-famous, well-known personalities, Gurus Raja and Radha Reddy and Kaushalya Reddy. So I said, please, mujhe ab aap le lijiye apni sharan mein aur mujhe sikha dijiye. Although I've learned Bharatanatyam, but I will leave no stone unturned to get into the mode of Kuchipudi. So that's how my Kuchipudi started. Now, the difference between Kuchipudi and Bharatanatyam is not so great to a person who's just a lay person and who's looking at these dance forms, or just for the bhav and the rasa. But when as a performer, you know that there are many differences. The weight of the body is placed differently. The foundation steps are different. Your hand gestures are different. And the music, of course, is also a little based on the folk. So it has this great lilt to it, So there are these little differences. But visually, for a lay person, they might think that both Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi are kind of alike, And Kuchipudi has this beautiful concept of the Yakshagana tradition, which is the dance drama style. So you stop your dance in between and you actually have a conversation, like a theatrical conversation with your Saki or with another person on stage. And then you again go back into dancing. So that was beautiful because that also helped my element of the theater that I always do. So I really could connect with it beautifully, So I loved Kuchipudi, and that's how it's gone on till today.
Yes, and I think that took you to theatre, and beautiful stage presence you have in terms of being an actor on stage, and you took theatre in a very big way. And let me tell viewers कि रश्मि जो हैं उन्होंने male roles इनफैक्ट नेशनल टीवी पे इनका सुदामा चरितम और भगवत अजाक्वयम में इन्होंने लीड रोल्स प्ले किए हैं, और वो छुई मुई सी प्यारी सी कुचिपुड़ी डांसर, सुंदर नैन नक्श वाली जो भी लड़की होगी, युवती होगी, औरत होगी, वो मेल रोल में आना बिल्कुल भी पसंद नहीं करेगी, बट ये इनकी स्ट्रेंथ है स्टेज के ऊपर. शी हैज टेकन अप रोल्स, male dominated roles, and I would like Rashmi you to tell the viewers how that journey and how you could have the confidence of taking on those roles.
Babita, in school, I was also, like I said, modern school have these plethora of fabulously talented teachers, and our dance teacher, Pandit Narendra Sharma, he was the disciple of the legendary Uday Shankar, who was Ravi Shankar's older brother, also into modern contemporary dance. So Mr. Narendra Sharma started an institution called Bhumika, which was a modern contemporary dance institution. And what we did there in Bhumika was a combination of the modern, the tradition, and the folk styles. So everything was blended to create this new dance form, which we, call, which we like a modern contemporary dance. And in that, I did a lot of lead roles, and there were these ballets that we created, etc. And so you had to switch from one character to the other character very swiftly. Like if I was doing a feminine role and the story demanded a male character to come, so one could switch from the male to the female. So actually that whole thing started in school, and then I became the lead dancer for Bhumika even beyond school, and we were traveling with our shows, etc. everywhere. So perhaps that was the area which gave me the confidence of being able to portray male characters in Kuchipudi with great elan. I mean, I had no compunctions. If I had to show a lot of strength of a male person, I was able to do that, very conveniently. So, and Guru Raja Reddy would always say कि नहीं, अगर कोई male character को दिखाना है और किसी को करना है तो रश्मि को करवाइए. वो उसकी stance of the body becomes very masculine when she takes on these roles. So he would always tell me, this is your plus point, because not very many women can contrive to do solid male roles with proper effect and with proper sort of with the same behavioral pattern.
तो यहाँ पर हमारे सामने हमारी दीवा रश्मि बैठी हुई हैं, जो अपनी ही पर्सनालिटी के बहुत सारे एस्पेक्ट्स को एक्सप्लोर कर रही हैं. ना सिर्फ एक नृत्यांगना, वो भी शास्त्रीय नृत्य कुचिपुड़ी, बहुत ही खूबसूरत डांस फॉर्म, बहुत ही एलिगेंट. उसके साथ ही ये एक लॉयर भी हैं, बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल प्रैक्टिसिंग लॉयर, प्रैक्टिसिंग इन दिल्ली एंड ऑल ओवर द कंट्री. और इसके साथ ही एक बहुत ही एमिनेंट थिएटर पर्सनालिटी है, और बड़ा ही ब्यूटीफुल शिफ्ट हुआ है इनका फ्रॉम शिफ्ट क्या कहूँगी, ये सारी चीज़ें ये साथ के साथ लेकर चल रही हैं. एक चैप्टर्स हैं, रश्मि एक किताब की तरह है और उसके बहुत सारे चैप्टर्स हैं विच शी कीप्स एक्सप्लोरिंग विद इन हरसेल्फ, एंड दैट्स द क्वालिटी ऑफ अ ब्यूटीफुल पर्सन, कि आप अपने अंदर ही बहुत सारी खोज करते रहें. बाहरी आवरण, don't delve on the superficial and the artificial and something which you are not. You have so much to explore within you, and that's what a diva does. So Rashmi, you have acted on stage for more than 3 decades, and the plays directed by prominent directors like late Deena Nachi, Sai Paranjpe, Sudhir Kulkarni, B.M. Shah, Rajendra Nath, and you played Bikhre Bim, authored by Girish Karnad, which was awarded the best play for the year 2009 by Sahitya Kala Parishad, and many other awards. So please let us know about your love for theatre And I have watched you on stage. You are so beautiful, fantastic, fabulous. बड़ी खूबसूरती से आप हर रोल निभाती हैं, चाहे वो कॉमेडी का हो, चाहे वो सीरियस हो, इमोशनल हो. तो एज अ नेचुरल डांसर ये सारी चीजें, ये भाव देखिए, नवरस तो एक नृत्यांगना के शरीर में, बदन में, जहन में होगा नहीं, तब तक वो बहुत अच्छे से अपना आर्ट फॉर्म दिखा नहीं पाएगी. लेकिन फिर भी थिएटर इज अ वेरी डिफरेंट जॉनर फ्रॉम डांस. सो इसको भी बड़ी खूबसूरती से अपने अंदर उसको आत्मसात करना, ये एक बहुत बड़ी बात है. सो लेट अस नो योर जर्नी ऑफ बीइंग अ थिएटर पर्सन, एक्टिंग, and also the world of advertisements, and 4 more shots में आपने बड़ा खूबसूरत रोल किया है अम्मा का in season 1, and you've been invited to be part of season 3 also. तो ये जर्नी जो है ये हमारे साथ शेयर कीजिए. First from the stage, the serious kind of roles which you've played.
So again, I think it was modern school which laid down the foundations for theatre. And in school, I was doing a lot of theatre, which just continued into college, and from college into a professional sort of thing. And in we had a very active old students body in modern school, which was called the Modernites Old Students Association. So there I got involved with the former association, and I started to produce plays for them, which was way back in the early, soon after I got out of school in the 70s. And that also just continued. Then in 1986, we floated, a bunch of us Modernites who wanted to do more theatre, and probably on a more continuing basis, we floated an organization called Navras, which was my theatre group. And under the aegis of Navras and Modern School Old Students Association, I continued to do plays. Every year I did at least 1 or 2 plays. Then, because of my theatre activity, a lot of the professional theatre groups started inviting me to work with them. So I worked with Abhiyan, which was headed by the Doyen of Theatre, Mr. Rajendra Nath, under whose directorship I did this Bikhre Bimb, which got the award, the Best Play of the Year award from Sahitya Kala Parishad. And similarly, we did many, there were 2-3 other plays like Sakharam Binder, Vijay Tendulkar's very powerful script, also directed by Rajendranath, that also got an award. Then we did another play called Kissa Hakeem Saab Ka, that also got an award from Sahitya Kala Parishad. And this was all consecutively, 1 year, after the other, into the other. So theatre just happened and just continued. And then the natural extension of theatre became television. We were at that juncture when Hum Log had just got over, Bunyad had just got over, TV was soaps were kind of opening up on the television screens. And I got the, invite to perform, to work in a television serial called Panchi. That was my first serial, in which Sushma Seth and I were the main protagonist. She was my Jethani, I was a Devrani, and there was this family who comes from abroad, and they have problems settling in, and they come and live with us. I'm the Devrani and the family. They have a problem settling in, but finally, this television serial area opened up. And then for about 20 years, I did many television serials. I did these beautiful serial called Kudrat Nama, which was actually an interesting thing on Star Plus, where we were showing science experiments to the children, to the viewers, and explaining the entire science experiment live. So that was a very challenging and an interesting serial that I did. Then I did G Mantri Ji, which was based on Yes Minister with Farooq Sheikh. I did something with Sharmila Tagore on drug de-addiction called Asmans Ke Tare with Pankaj Berry and all that. And then Anant Mahadevan directed, Ravi Baswani directed. Then I did something with Prakash Jha, something called Mungeri Lal Ke Haseen Sapne. Then Television 18 was just getting into the soaps, of producing soaps in Delhi for some of the channels that had started. So with them, I did many shows. One was Bhavar, Wakalat Nama with Manohar Singh as the male protagonist, and then did Aankhein. So there were many things that happened. Then because of my television, I was invited to anchor for ETV Urdu and ETV Hindi, where they were doing this program called Bazme Khawateen, and they wanted me to anchor this program, which was relayed 5 times a week. So I started doing that. Then I did anchoring for DD Bharti for a program called Kala Parikrama, where it was the review of all the programs that happened in Delhi, either in music, dance, or theatre. Since I was I had knowledge of these arts across the board. So Kamalni ji, who was then heading this DD Bharati, called me. She said, Rashmi, you're one of the few people who manages dance and theater with equal ease. So please come and talk about this reviews of these theater shows that you've been seeing, or concerts of dance or music that you've attended. Incidentally, I also play the sitar, so I have a knowledge of Hindustani classical instrumental music as well. So that is how, I started doing anchoring also for Doordarshan.
इतना कुछ रश्मि, कैसे आपने पहली बात तो कैसे सीखा और किस तरीके से आप इसको निभाती हैं अपने इतने सारे रोल्स, जिसमें आप माँ भी हैं, पत्नी भी हैं, बहुत ही रिस्पॉन्सिबल एट दैट, और इसके साथ आपका अपना एक प्रोफेशन जो है लॉयर का है, और इसके साथ इतना बड़ा थिएटर का आपका महकमा चल रहा है. हाउ डू यू मैनेज ऑल दिस? व्हाट्स योर टाइम मैनेजमेंट स्किल?
बबीता, टाइम मैनेजमेंट की मत पूछिए. हर चीज को आपको प्रायोरिटाइज करके चलना पड़ता है, और इन सभी आर्ट्स में, बिकॉज देखिए, क्लासिकल डांस एक गुरु शिष्य परंपरा के तहत आपको मिलती है. सो देयर इज नो फ्री लंचेस, अ लॉट ऑफ स्वेट, टॉयल, हार्ड वर्क, परसिवरेंस, डिटर्मिनेशन गोज इनटू इट. बहुत दफा मैंने अपनी फ्रेंड्स को लंचेस, कॉफीज, मूवीज के लिए मना किया होगा, क्योंकि मुझे या तो डांस रिहर्सल के लिए जाना होता था, या फिर किसी प्ले रिहर्सल के लिए, या अपने काम में कुछ जरूरतें, मतलब ऑफिस में जाना, कुछ मीटिंग्स के लिए जाना होता था. तो आई हैड टू ऑलवेज overlook many of the things that a lot of my friends were doing, going shopping with friends, going for coffees, etc., only because I had my priorities in a different area, and I knew that I could not waste time there, but I had to do what I had to do in my chosen field of either dance or theater or music, or television shoot or something like that. So that's how I do it. Till the time I was in my parents' house, my mother would never allow us to go into the kitchen. This was a very funny thing. She would tell my father कि मेरी लड़कियां किचन में बिल्कुल नहीं जाएंगी, उनकी उंगलियां जल जाएंगी अगर आप उनसे कुछ काम कराएंगे, और जो कुछ वो मेरे घर में सीख सकती हैं वो ससुराल में नहीं सीखेंगी. खाना पीना, खाना बनाना वो ससुराल में सीख लेंगी. It doesn't matter. So she, like I said, she was a very modern lady with great vision and all that. So she says, no, मेरे घर में तो सिर्फ इन्होंने म्यूजिक, डांस और थिएटर वगैरह सीखना है, और बाकी चीजें ये अपने ससुराल में सीख लेंगी जाके. So always, like I said, वो माहौल ऐसा था. घर में म्यूजिक होता था, बैठक्स होती थी. My father was a great Urdu poet, तो वो अपने शेरो शायरी करते रहते थे, तो इस तरीके के माहौल से जब हम गुजरे और फिर बाहर निकले, तो वो सब साथ साथ हमारे चला, हर चीज. So you just kind of multitasked, you managed your time accordingly. If I had a case at 10:30 in the morning on a given day, and I had a dance performance, let's say 10 days down the line, I would go for rehearsal at 6:30 or 7 in the morning, or I would go at rehearsal at 9 o'clock in the evening, तो वो आप juggle करना सीख जाते हैं. Then once I got married, I must give full credit to my husband. He supported me fully. He says, no, you are doing so much. You have created a situation where you are known in these areas now. You can't give it up. So please go ahead, and I will support you whenever it's possible to do. And don't worry about the children. They'll be looked after. I look after the office. So, isi tarah, unless you have the support of your spouse, my husband's name is Shankar Vaidalingam. He's a very eminent lawyer. So unless you have the support of your spouse after marriage, पेरेंट्स के घर में तो आप कुछ भी कर सकती हैं, आप रानियों की तरह रहती हैं, बट अपने ससुराल में जब आप पहुंचती हैं, जब तक आपके हस्बैंड का सपोर्ट नहीं होता, तो ये चीजें मुश्किल हो जाती हैं. बट फॉर्चुनेटली आई हैड फुल सपोर्ट, एंड आई वाज एबल टू परस्यू दीस थिंग्स, एंड इवन टिल टुडे आई एम डूइंग दैट.
बहुत बहुत सुंदर रश्मि, और ये हमारे व्यूअर्स जान ले कि क्योंकि ये दीवा टॉक्स हैं, और देखिए कि जब आप सुन रहे हैं कि उन्होंने ये भी किया, ऐसे करती हैं, वैसे करती हैं, तो सभी के जहन में ये आ रहा होगा कि कैसे करती हैं. तो हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. हम सब स्रोत हैं ऑफ सो मच ऑफ एनर्जी, ऊर्जा के स्रोत हैं. और किसी भी क्षेत्र में रश्मि कहते हैं कि जब आप उसकी श्रेष्ठतम ऊंचाई पर पहुंच जाते हैं, तो आप कृष्ण को एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं. सो कृष्ण और शंकर और any of the gods we believe in is nothing but the best within us. And I think you are also on the path of experiencing Krishna in your life, in all that you are pursuing and doing so passionately. Anything which wherein you are educating youngsters or people around you subsequently or side by side?
Babita, like when you talk of spiritualism, dance is a spiritual form of art. You're constantly dancing to the mythology in which you are talking about the gods and the goddesses, or you're singing. The songs are about gods and goddesses, whether it's Krishna and Radha, whether it's Shiva and Parvati, whether it's Ram and Sita.
True.
So the dance by itself takes you to a level of spirituality.
Very true.
Then dance also is a sampurn kala, because in dance you have pure dance, which is nrita, you have then natya, which is theater, and you have sangeet, which is music. So when you have the education and all these things, you create a composite dancer. So I have not taken to teaching dance as of now, because I'm still performing, and then there's so much happening in terms of activity that I have not, and unless I know that I will be able to do a good job, I don't want to start teaching right now. But in theater, yes, I have taken on young people who have जो हमसे आके जुड़े और मिले, उन जिन बच्चों ने कभी थिएटर में कदम नहीं रखा था, स्टेज पर खड़ा होना नहीं आता था, उन बच्चों को डेफिनेटली मैंने ट्यूटर किया और सिखाया कि किस तरह आपने अपनी आवाज को फेंकना है, किस तरह आपने खड़े होना है, किस तरह आपने एक्शन रिएक्शन दिखाना है. सो वो थिएटर में मैंने जरूर बच्चों को इस तरह की सीख दी.
बहुत अच्छा रश्मि. और मैं अपने जब ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स करती हूँ ऑन कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स एंड पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट, तो फिल्म स्टूडेंट्स के साथ जब मैं काम करती हूँ तो बड़े छोटे सभी जगहों से एज यू स्पोक करेक्टली अबाउट बॉलीवुड अफेक्टेड इन्फ्लुएंस इन अ बिग वे, और फिर ये जो टीवी सीरियल आया, हर कोई उसमें आने के लिए इच्छुक होता है, और पेरेंट्स भी सोचते हैं कि हाँ भाई हमारा बच्चा जो है वो दिख जाए बस किसी तरीके से पर्दे के ऊपर. तो ये जो एक भटकने वाली जो एक इन्फ्लुएंस हुआ है हमारी सोसाइटी में इस दौर में, पिछले 2 दशकों में, इन द पास्ट 2 decades, as well as in grown up people, in women who are in the middle age, beauty pageants have been अब कुछ तो बहुत जेन्युइन रीजन से किए गए. उसके बाद आपने भी नोटिस किया होगा रश्मि कि मशरूमिंग, क्राउनिंग एंड पैजेंट्री एंड कॉन्टेस्ट, जिसमें कि जबरदस्ती के लिए औरतों को रैंप वॉक कराया जा रहा है किसी भी तरीके से, और फिर उनको क्राउन पहनाया जा रहा है. तो मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि ये जो एक भटकन है जिसमें कि लोगों को लगता है कि वो बस पर्दे पे आ जाएं किसी भी तरह, तो एक तो आपने ये एस्पेक्ट हमें ऐसा क्लियर कर दिया कि ये आपका खून पसीना एक मांगता है. अ लॉट ऑफ sweat, blood and toil goes into making of a diva and a person who is handling so many things so gracefully and beautifully in life. But what other message you would like to share with us in having a stable and a genuine, authentic outlook towards life?
I'll just take you back to this thing about these shows that happen, these music idols and dance idols that are taking place. In principle, I'm not against them, because आपको ये देखना है कि हमारी इतनी पॉपुलेशन है, इतनी तादाद है कि अगर कोई आदमी या बच्चा टैलेंटेड है और अपने आप को 30 सेकंड के लिए वो स्टेज पर काम करके, मेहनत करके अपने आप को प्रेजेंट करता है, तो उसमें कोई गलती नहीं है. लेकिन उसके बाद उसकी एक्सप्लॉयटेशन नहीं होनी चाहिए उस बच्चे की. उस बच्चे को फिर एक प्लेटफॉर्म देना चाहिए जहां पे उसकी एक तरीके से एजुकेशन हो उस डांस के फॉर्म में, या उसको क्लासिकल डांस सिखाया जाए या क्लासिकल म्यूजिक सिखाया जाए, जिससे वो बच्चा आगे निकल पाए, आगे बढ़ पाए. So I am not totally against these shows that are coming, because everybody wants aspirationally those 30 seconds of fame. And if you're able to get it through this medium, why not? But yes, I'm against exploitation. Maybe the channel will exploit you, or maybe some of the judges may want to exploit you. I don't know. But वो नहीं होना चाहिए. And जहां तक लोगों के का सवाल है सीखने का, आई थिंक अगर आपको बॉलीवुड में भी जाना है तो अगर आप देखेंगे कि पुराने जमाने की एक्ट्रेसेस जैसे वैजंती माला है, हेमा मालिनी है वगैरह, उन सबको क्लासिकल डांस आता था। जब वो डांस करती थी तो वो वल्गर और इंडिसेंट किस्म का डांस नहीं लगता था, बिकॉज उनकी फाउंडेशन एक क्लासिकल डांस से जुड़ी हुई थी। उसमें थोड़ा बहुत आप अदला बदली करके कुछ आप ऐड कर लें, सबट्रैक्ट कर लें, वो कर सकते थे। सिमिलरली जो लोग गाना गाते हैं, अगर उनकी फाउंडेशन क्लासिकल म्यूजिक के साथ है तो वो बहुत बढ़िया अपने आवाज को और अपने आप को प्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं, अगर उनकी फाउंडेशन क्लासिकल म्यूजिक के साथ जुड़ जाती है। अदरवाइज अगर आपकी फाउंडेशन नहीं है, then you'll only be a fly by night, either a dancer or an actor or a musician, you know. So कहीं ना कहीं हमारी जो क्लासिकल शास्त्रीय संगीत है और आर्ट फॉर्म्स हैं, उसकी एजुकेशन लेना जरूरी है in case you want to present yourself on the stage, either in dance or in theater or in music, whether it's vocal or instrumental.
तो किसी भी चीज की, जैसे कि हमने पहले कहा, अक्षरमाला और वर्णमाला सीखनी बहुत जरूरी है। शास्त्रों को कोई भी विधा हो उसको सीखना बहुत आवश्यक है। एक और चीज मैं पूछना चाहूंगी रश्मि, एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ आवर कॉन्वर्सेशन इज, आपने एक बहुत सारा अंश हमारी कॉन्वर्सेशन का बहुत बेहतरीन इंग्लिश में बोला, अंग्रेजी में बात की, उसके बाद आप हिंदी बड़ी अच्छे से बोल रही हैं, और आप उर्दू चैनल का प्रोग्राम जो है वो होस्ट करती थी, उसको एंकर करती थी। सो भाषा के ऊपर जो पकड़ है, ये किसी भी परफॉर्मिंग आर्टिस्ट के लिए, स्पेशली वेयर इट रिक्वायर्स यू टू स्पीक, is very important. At the same time, I would like to ask you that how you are so well versed in at least 3 languages. I know you can speak very well. So your father was an Urdu poet, so probably that. But usko imbibe karna bhi apne aap mein, you know, that kind of absorption and that kind of power is very essential.
So you know, it all, like I said, it all begins in the house at certain levels. My mother was an MA in Hindi, and my father was MA in mathematics, etc. And Urdu, of course, was there because both of them studied in Lahore. So both of them knew written Urdu. So constantly हम वो उर्दू के जो शब्द थे वो घर में सुना करते थे, you know, तो इससे हमारा लहजा वगैरह, इस तरह की हमारी clarity of speech, I think इस वजह से हुई। और फिर जब मैं नाटक करने लग गई तो मैंने बहुत सारे उर्दू प्लेस किए। हमने बहुत सारे उर्दू प्लेस इसलिए किए क्योंकि जो द लैंग्वेज उर्दू टेक्स वेरी वेल टू द ट्रांसलेशन फ्रॉम इंग्लिश,
right,
particularly for comedy plays, and I do a lot of comedies, so the genre of comedy takes very well to the Urdu language. So right. And us zamane mein, in the 60s and the 70s, when certain translations of some Italian plays or some French plays, Molière, this, that, Goldenese, etc. was being done, a lot of the people were doing translations in Urdu.
Right.
So उसकी वजह से भी जो हमारे डायरेक्टर साहब थे वो बहुत पर्टिकुलर थे कि हर एक नुक्ता आपको बोलना आना चाहिए, ढंग से बोलना आना चाहिए। So वो प्लेस करते करते उसकी वजह से मेरा ख्याल वो जुबान की क्लैरिटी हो गई, you know, और फिर इसीलिए मैं I was able to anchor in the Urdu language for this Bazme Khawateen.
बहुत सुंदर।
So I think it was just a natural process of growing up in this Urdu mahal with shero shairi, baitaks, ghazlein. My mother was a lovely ghazal singer, so that also, you know. So it was just a combination of these things, and you subconsciously imbibed it as you went along.
बहुत खूबसूरत। और 2 क्षण लगा के मैं जरा अपने व्यूअर्स का एक बार फिर स्वागत कर दूं, जिसमें रितिका हैं, शालिनी शर्मा हैं, और अमिता अग्रवाल हैं, मंजुलिका अस्थाना, गीता विश्वास, पूजा कौशिक, रेखा तिवारी, and we have Asha Shah, and who else? Parul Goyal, Shankar Vedalingam. Is he your husband?
Yes.
Shankar Vedalingam. Okay. So स्वागत शंकर जी, आपके बारे में बहुत बातचीत की हमने। शीतल अग्रवाल, and of course our very beautiful Deepali Narula, Pooja Kaushik, Oni. Ritika Sharma also writes, besides being multidimensional, she's also an ocean of energy and positivity. Certainly, Ritika, that's why she's the diva the chosen one from Back to Roots, and Babita's Diva on the talk show today, because we are also delving into making of a beautiful personality, and that's what valuing your image is all about. So I would you've spoken about your mother, your father, and Dipali is also another powerhouse of energy. So I would like, she's here watching you, and say something about her. We've been with each other for quite some time now.
Of course, Deepa is my younger sister and very talented. She also did classical dance, except that after marriage, she didn't pursue it. So she's did it for about almost 20 odd years with Saroja Vaidyanathan. Then she was singing very well. But that again, I think she kind of decided to not pursue it very seriously. And now she's doing, she's a life coach, and she's doing a lot of work in that area and that field. So you know her. So, she has been a very great support in my life, because she also was an event manager. She had her own event company where she was doing concerts like ours, ghazal evenings or dance performances. And she was also into creating wedding events. So she has also been constantly linked and rooted to the concept of promoting the art forms, whether it is dance, music, or theater. So I think all our children, both her children, are very good actors. So I always say, look, Masi se inhone at least theater का तो सब सीख लिया,
सब कुछ विरासत में आई है. देखिए, एक generation अगर so the legacy carries forward, and the children are the best people who can take forward the legacy you leave behind. And this is what we are working at, so that the next generation is not at loss as to what our culture is all about. I would also want you to share, before it's almost 1 hour, Rashmi, and yeah, and it seems we just started. So Rashmi, please share something about your role in Four More Shots. It's a very, very based on a very modern scenario, and what's happening with the young generation actually in today's times, and you were part of it. So how do you kind of mix with that kind of
so Babita, this was being shot in Bombay. And Pratish Nandi Communications, which is another production house, approached me. They must have seen my work, or somebody must have recommended my name, that madam will will be okay for this particular role. And they asked me to do this. So when I went to Bombay, I only had my script in my hand, whatever the scenes that I had to do. I did not know the entire storyline, etc., because they don't normally tell individual actors about or send the entire script. So you don't really know the storyline. All I knew was that it's based in Sex in the City. But when the editing happened and when it came on air, I was a little taken aback, because a lot of things were so much in the face, and we, I think, are traditional minded enough not to want to see such things on screen. But despite the fact that I had misgivings that, oh my God, as a lawyer, and what will my clients feel? And look at madam is acting in a serial which has so much of brazen content. But a lot of the youngsters, and particularly all children I spoke to, my own children's friends, etc., they said, but auntie, why are you getting so hassled about this? Because this is actually the reality. This is what is happening in corporate India or wherever else, in these days. So no, this is fine, and this is actually the concept of the modern ways of life. So that's how anyway I continued. I did that, and then mine was a very sedate sort of role, because I'm playing the role of a mother, etc.
No. बहुत बहुत सही है रश्मि. देखिए, हमको पानी में ही रहना है ना, और इस पानी में रहकर ही हमको कमल खिलाना है. अब उस पानी में चाहे कीचड़ हो, चाहे मोती हो, so we have to do our bit, right?
So the children told me, don't be shocked, mom, there's nothing at all. ये तो चलता ही है. This is reality and this is society. So just carry on, do what you have to do. You know?
Absolutely. And I watched your, your show, and I've watched that episode. And so much of gravity and grace you brought in to your role. So that is very important. Screen की बात की तो before we end the conversation and talk today, Dipali is writing, so her name is coming. So Rashmi, what do you feel about these dance programs, dance contest shows on television, wherein मुझे याद है कि दूरदर्शन के ऊपर 1 घंटे का नृत्य का प्रोग्राम आता था, शास्त्रीय नृत्य का और संगीत का, जो मैं बहुत ही शौक से देखती थी. लेकिन एक तो जो ऑर्गेनाइजर्स हैं, इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइजर्स हैं, जहाँ शास्त्रीय नृत्य का काम बात आती है तो एक तो वो टाइम ड्यूरेशन कम करना शुरू कर देते हैं. भाई शास्त्रीय नृत्य का या उसमें बहुत सारा तड़क भड़क ऐड करो, फिल्म म्यूजिक ऐड करो, तब उनको लगता है कि ऑडियंस जो है वो उससे अट्रैक्ट होगी. समथिंग टू ग्लैमराइज समथिंग विच इज वेरी प्योर, वन, एंड टू द रोल ऑफ द डांस फॉर्म्स विच हैव बीन promoted in a big way on television channels, in terms of all those kind of contests which have been happening, wherein classical dance of India has not, I think, gained that kind of momentum and that kind of prestige which it should have.
There are various reasons for it, Babita. We have 8 known classical forms of dance in India, and they are spread over in different states. There's only one classical form of dance in northern India, which is Kathak. The rest all belong to the south or to the eastern side. You have Odissi in Odisha, you have Kuchipudi from Andhra, you have Bharatanatyam from Tamil Nadu, you have Mohiniyattam, and you have Kathakali from Kerala. So you have these dance forms where language becomes a barrier, particularly for the northern Indian audience. आप साउथ में नहीं देखेंगी ये. South mein, they are very happy. There is a 1-month-long festival in Tamil Nadu, which is called the music and the dance season. And from morning to evening, there are sabhas which happen where new talent is being presented in music, dance, etc., and this goes on. So it is actually limited more to the north, where language being an issue, they are not able to understand so much of these southern styles of dancing. And secondly, because dance has, you feel the people feel that अरे हमने सीखा नहीं है तो हमें समझ नहीं आएगा, and so they shy away from attending these performances. And you will only then end up having these elitist groups of dance people who actually enjoy dance, going floating from one concert to the other to the third, but very few newcomers get added because people shy away from wo language to samajh nahi aayegi, we don't know what they are singing, etc. And dance is a non-verbal form of art. Right. So what you're communicating through your bhav, through your abhinay, etc., and your hand gestures and your feet movement. So language of that song, if they're not able to understand it, they lose interest ki abhi kya karna hai jaake, So that's why it's very imperative that when you're talking, some of the dancers that gotten together, we were talking that this must get included in our curriculum, in our educational curriculum, because only then you will be able to preserve the art of our country. Because ultimately, end of the day, even today, dance is being handed down to people through the Guru Shishya Parampara concept. There is no structured syllabi for it, which is being taught in schools or in colleges, etc. But I hope with the new education policy, we may see something emerging now.
Very nice. So I would ask a few, quick questions, wherein I would want to know Rashmi as a mother.
Okay. So Rashmi as a mother in the beginning was a bit of a disciplinarian, because I understood what it meant to, if you wanted to achieve things in life, you needed to be a little disciplined about your time, and you needed to be focused, and you needed to be determined. And while achieving things in your curricular area, extracurricular area, you could not neglect your academics. So my children also went to modern school. So there again, this whole thing about this all-round development they were also under the pressure of performing well in academics, performing well in curricular activity, and performing well in sports. So I think I ensured that they channelize their energies correctly. I made sure that they focus their energies in the right direction, whether it was academics, whether it was, their theater or their dance or music. I made sure that my son also learned how to play harmonium. He was singing and all that. Then he does theater with me. My daughter is a classical dancer. She performs with me, performs her solo items as well. And both are lawyers. So nowhere along the line did I allow them to neglect their education. And I think it was only because, like I said, I was a bit of a disciplinarian. So I just ensured that everything went on, simultaneously in their lives, giving equal trust to everyone.
नियम बहुत जरूरी है रश्मि. नियमों के साथ ही जीवन में नियम कहीं ना कहीं आपको ढीले करने पड़ते हैं, कहीं ना कहीं उनको सख्त करना पड़ता है, और ये बहुत आवश्यक है. रश्मि, एज अ वाइफ.
Oh, that I think Shankar would have been a better person to answer. But I think I'm a reasonably okay. I mean, wife. I mean, I'm a doting wife. But when it comes to cooking, I must say, this is one aspect of my life that I always shied away from, to cook. But now with this, thanks to COVID, I've become a reasonably good cook, and thanks to Google and the YouTube recipes that are floating around. So that was the only aspect of my life that I kind of said,
that's all right. That's all right. Why should one partner be expected to be good at everything? So there are two human beings. I think it should not be segregated between a man and a woman. So it's all right that you've not been a great cook, and COVID has given you that impetus to delve into the art of cooking also, because that's also an art.
But I'm told that I'm making good things, so I suppose that's correct.
Excellent. Rashmi, the lawyer.
Oh, so law went on. It was one of this law I took basically actually to write my IAS. Law was a very scoring subject when we finished my graduation. And I said, look, I either will sit for my IAS and take law as a subject, or I will go into the profession. So profession was kind of vague in my mind. But it so happened that I gave my prelims for my IAS, and I cleared my prelims. That was in the month of May. And I went in the month of July. Some of my batchmates were joining the High Court, the Delhi High Court. So I also tootled off with them. I said, chalo, hum bhi dekh ke aate hain kya ho raha hai wahan. So jab main High Court pahunchi, to I loved that whole ambience. Firstly, it was a new building, and it was like a 5-star look, this whole lovely plush courtrooms, plush environment, fully air conditioned, etc. And I had a few family friends who were practicing law. So they also said, nahi, aao, dekh lo bachcho, what do you want to see? So hum 7-8 ladkiyan hum chali gayi. Achha, all of them decided to join the profession. So I also said, maybe for a few months I'll also join, and then I'll give my final written exam for the IAS. But once I joined, that was it. And then I never gave my final exams for my IAS, and I just continued with law. And that's where I met my husband, actually. And so that was part of your routine, but also law is a very jealous mistress. It doesn't allow you to do things other than just law. And there are no shortcuts in law either. There are no shortcuts in law. You have to go through the grind. You have to do the donkey's work. And we did all that. But wohi hai balance ki baat hai. I gave up so many other things outside of my life, like going for movies and lunches and tea parties, or, just meeting friends, only because either I had to go for my profession, something to do with my profession, or I had to go for some rehearsal schedule or something, or a television shoot or something. So, you just managed to do it. How you prioritize? If there is a will, there is a way. I really believe in that. If there is a will, there is a way. You will find time to do it.
Bilkul, bilkul. And the way is there, Rashmi. It's all there for you to tread on even more beautifully. And I would just ask you to close your eyes, not literally, but figuratively, and forget everything. Forget what Rashmi has done and achieved, up till now. And just let us know, shutting all the aspects of your life, something which is closest to your heart, something which would be your passion, some kind of emotion or some value which you can think of at this moment, that if everything was not there, but if this was missing, Rashmi would not have been what she is.
I have always given, whatever I did, I have given it my 100%. At that point in time when I am doing something, I give it my 100%. I think that is what has made me being able to multitask so well. And I think I'm one of the few dancers who does theater equally well and classical dance equally well. So to me, the most important person, if I internalize, the most important emotion, if I internalize and sit back and think, are two things. One is passion that drives me, and one is integrity.
Beautiful.
Integrity in everything that you do, or in your behavior towards others. So two things that drive me is the passion for doing what I like to do, and to do it with integrity, to have integrity vis-a-vis another person. So to me, passion and integrity are two very, very important aspects of my life.
Beautiful, Rashmi. And this is very, very important, which you have shared with us at the end of the show. What a beautiful personality, a diva, who gives prime importance to two aspects of her life, utmost importance, वो है passion और integrity. तो इन दोनों खूबसूरत वैल्यूज के साथ इतना खूबसूरत समागम है रश्मि वैद्यलिंगम का. Viewers, this has been such a heartening, beautiful conversation between eminent, beautiful, charismatic, attractive, passionate, full of life, Rashmi, the Rashmi Vaidyalingam, and I've had the joy and opportunity to be in conversation on Diva Talks today, this evening, with you, Rashmi. I hope you enjoyed the show, and thank you so very much. The liner which I'll dedicate to you is, where there is a will, there is a way. And give your best shot. Make your 100%, which is your 100%, not somebody else's. So be true to yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you very much. Would you like to say something to the viewers before?
Yes, I'd like to say that I think what you're doing is a wonderful chat show. And I think it's very important to reach out to people and to tell them to, be connected to their roots, and never to be ashamed of the fact that you have a traditional background and you can go into the traditional forms of art and take it forward. Because when I travel abroad, I see how much the foreigners respect you for your art. I was in China, and after my performances, these audience came and said, "Are, this is not Bollywood. This is not what we see in Bollywood." I said, "No, but India is not defined by Bollywood. We have so much of other culture and other traditions that are very palpable and alive in our society that perhaps are not getting the exposure that they deserve." So I feel everybody should be very, very proud of their culture, of their tradition that they have. And then just to assimilate it and take it forward in your life as much as you can. Take it forward and to do what you can with it. I mean, if somebody has the great advantage of taking it forward and becoming a number one in it, why not? Absolutely. You must do it, But you have to, but my one mantra has been, whatever you do at that point in time, you give it your 100%. And then doors automatically start opening. Once you do 100%, then you have achieved an automatic a situation where you have gotten good at it. So once you get good at something, then you get noticed. Once you get noticed, then automatically doors start opening.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you very much, Rashmi, for joining us on our show, Diva Talks. It's been real pleasure.
Thank you so much. You're doing a wonderful job, and I'm wishing you all the very best for your future programs. And you're really reaching out to people and bringing them back to their roots, which I think is a wonderful concept. So all the best, good wishes to you for your future programs.
Thank you so much, Rashmi. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
व्यूअर्स, थैंक यू सो मच, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आज जुड़ने के लिए। आज इतनी खूबसूरत दीवा से हमने मिलवाया। ये जो हमारा साप्ताहिक कार्यक्रम है, प्रयास करते हैं कि ये साप्ताहिक बने और हम अच्छे से अच्छे खूबसूरत पर्सनालिटीज़ को, जिनका इतना सुंदर व्यक्तित्व है, जिनके अंदर से हम इतने खूबसूरत सुनहरे क्षण, उनकी बातें और वो किस तरीके से जीवन को जीती हैं, कैसे वो अपने अंदर इतनी सारी सांस्कृतिक धरोहर समेटे हुई हैं, क्योंकि यही लोग हैं जो हमारी सांस्कृतिक धरोहर को आगे लेकर जाएंगे। और रश्मि वैद्यलिंगम जो एक की बहुत ही खूबसूरत व्यक्तित्व की मलिका हैं, आज हमारी गेस्ट थी हमारी टॉक शो की, दीवा टॉक की। दीवा टॉक एक इनिशिएटिव, एक पहल, ये समझने का कि खूबसूरत पर्सनालिटी को बनाने में और बनने में क्या क्या लगता है। तो रश्मि ने बड़ी खूबसूरती से उसको समाप्त किया कि उनकी जिंदगी में दो पहलू हैं, एक है पैशन, जो कि पागलपन की हद तक किसी चीज को करना, और दूसरा है इंटेग्रिटी, ईमानदारी से, ऑनेस्टी से। और ये आप किसी और के साथ नहीं करते हैं, ये आप अपने साथ करते हैं। इन दोनों चीज़ों के साथ यदि आप आगे बढ़ेंगे तो आपकी ऊर्जा जो है वो अपने आप इतनी ज़्यादा आपका साथ देगी कि आपका ऑरा हर तरफ बिखरेगा और एक खूबसूरत व्यक्तित्व के आप भी उसको ओन कर पाएंगे। So thank you very much for joining. And before I end the show, I will also show you the clipping which we showed in the beginning, so that you don't miss out on the power of Rashmi Vaidyalingam. Thank you, viewers. Have a great evening ahead. Have a great week ahead. Thank you.
मत खाना और जल्दी आ जाना।
लव यू।
मम्मी जी जल्दी आना।
बाय बाय।
मम्मी जी
इतने जल्दी वापस आ गए। बेटा जरा सामान ले लो।
Not everything that comes back is awesome.
ना ना,
How do I look, दीदू? सुंदर और नॉट?
सुंदर, बहुत सुंदर बेटा।
Yes, Phil. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'll see you in office Monday after next.
उफ, आज भी नहीं छोड़ेंगे।
Speak later.
जगमगाए।
तुम बहुत खूबसूरत लग रही हो अर्पिता एंडरसन।
Mrs. Arpita Sen Anderson.